I'd already decided it was going to be my last night in Max's village. I was sorry to be leaving, but I was restless again.
Beware! The day grows dark, and demons stalk the gap by night.
Harsh old woman, stop your superstitious nonsense. Besides, this is the best time of day for fishing, eh, Milo?
Yes, Dad. Look, Foster! I use these broken sensors to make a fish alarm. It detects the fish before it bites.
Nice work, Milo.
Milo was just like me as a boy, and the tech skills I'd taught him would help the village after I left.
Do you really have to go, Foster? How can we ever pay you back for all you've done?
It's been my pleasure, Max. One of Anita's pies will be payment enough.
I owed the Gap folks so much. My first tribe fostered me when I was orphaned all those years ago. They taught me how to recycle tech scavenged from city dumps. Soon, I even built myself a playmate.
I'm your friend. Call me Joey.
Joey and I were always together. As I grew, I upgraded him. He became the best friend I ever had. But then...
Foster! Foster, wake up! The sensors detect a fish. It's a big one.
What the?
It was no fish.
Max, keep back! Milo!
Dad! What are they?
Max! Drop him, you...
Dad! Foster! Help me! Help me!
Milo had gone. The machine, too. But its riders had left something behind.
Max? Milo? What's happened, Foster? Where's my son? Max? Max? Oh, no! I told them there were demons stalking the dark.
The stalker that attacked us was a machine, not a demon.
Please, Foster, I don't understand. What happened?
I told Anita everything I could, though I knew very little. Max was barely conscious. I could only hope that with Anita's loving care, he would recover. As for me, I had to follow Milo and his captors immediately.
I'll bring Milo home, Anita. I promise.
Thank you, Foster. I know you will.
Dawn was breaking as I left the village. The featureless wastes of the Gap stretched away from me. Night followed day, then day dawned once more. Time lost meaning as the tracks beckoned me ever forward. Determination had long replaced sadness. Whatever it took, I would find Milo. The tracks were barely visible now, blurred by the wind. But I was sure I'd reach their destination soon. Then I saw the thing I feared the most approaching. Sandstorm. I battled forward, but now could only guess that my direction was correct. I decided to save my energy and sank into an exhausted sleep. Maybe the old woman was right. Maybe demons did stalk the Gap. For as it shrieked and thundered around me, the storm brought back my nightmare once more. Union City security was attacking. As my tribe screamed in terror, I salvaged Joey's motherboard. Taken captive, I couldn't save my village. But I survived when the security copter crashed, entering Union City. On the run, I soon got Joey working. Upgraded yet again, He helped me overthrow the evil that ran the city. As I left, I told him to make the citizens happy. Union City was no place for me. I wanted to be where I could do most good, helping the scattered people of the Gap. I woke to find the storm had passed. But not without finishing its cruel work. The tracks were gone. I was lost, and so, I feared, was Milo. Then, I heard them. Gang birds, scavengers, and in this wasteland, that meant only one thing: people. Despair turned to hope. I was sure that if I could find where the stalker had gone, I would find Milo. Then, in the distance, I saw a girl crouching over a body. The girl was holding a device to the lifeless hand.
Hey, excuse me.
Who the hell are you?
I'm searching for a vehicle that...
Ah, no! Damn birds!
Wait, I just...
Whatever that device was, the bird had it now. A corpse lay propped against a rock. The girl had been doing something to the guy's hand. I wondered what. He'd clearly been dead for days. The logo. I'd seen it before. On the androids that had taken Milo. The girl was my only lead. I had to follow her. Union City. I was back. Over the years, I'd heard rumors of how the city had thrived since I'd left Joey in charge. I was finally going to see for myself.
Halt!
Welcome, unregistered Gaplander.
Well, hi. And you are?
Community Welfare Droid 2CU at your service. To commence your Union City registration, Please make your way to the immigration terminal.
That's okay, I'm not here to register. I'm looking for...
If you're looking for the immigration terminal, it's right over there. Thank you.
I'm looking for a vehicle that maybe came this way.
A vehicle? Well, this is a freight entrance. So, you're in the right place.
Right. I need to find a boy called Milo. He was...
What you need to find is the immigration terminal. It's right over there.
Can you tell me about any vehicles that came through here a couple of nights ago?
Read my lips. Immigration terminal. Register. You.
So how do I register?
Easy. Just go to the immigration terminal and you'll get a U-chip for your temporary ID. The correct route is indicated by these signs.
Sounds easy.
It is. Without it, you won't be able to interact with any of the Minos devices in this area.
What's this Minos you mentioned?
Minos is the interconnected computer system that is everywhere and controls everything.
Everything? That sounds very similar to Link.
For the convenience of all citizens. And, word to the wise, no U-chip, no access to the Minos devices. Not even the vending machines. So go register.
What exactly is a U-chip?
Don't they teach you Gaplanders anything? A U-chip stores your ID and personal data in a micro-implant. The immigration terminal is easy to find. What's keeping you? The correct route is indicated by these signs.
Thanks for your time.
Pleasure. How can I help?
There was a strange smell. Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck. It was a statue of my friend Joey. I couldn't imagine why they would have erected it. If Milo had been taken this way, I was sure Joey would help me find him. I needed to find someone around here who'd seen the stalker. There was an electric fence back there. I wondered if it was live. Ow! I was shocked to discover that it was. No wonder the gangs kept clear of this death trap. Nothing happened. Probably because the machine had had its innards ripped out. I recognized the girl. She was the one who'd run away from me earlier.
Excuse me. Hello?
You!
Me what?
You're the guy in the desert.
And you're the girl with the corpse.
Okay, first of all, that guy was dead long before I got there. And second of all, it's your fault Big Steve stole my deed.
Lost your what? To who?
Do you realize how much potential trade you cost me?
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ugh. I trade. I'm a trader. Name's Ember.
Did you see a strange vehicle come through this way?
Mister, are you looking to trade something or what?
Trade?
Trade, you know, tech, gadgets, knickknacks from the Gap or the city. That's what I do. I collect stuff, sell stuff, trade stuff. Only, since you're interfering, let Big Steve fly off with my deed, it'll be a while before I can make proper trades again. Now excuse me.
What's a deet?
My deed, man. DTT. Data transfer tool. Deet.
What's the deet for?
Duh, transferring data. That's what I was doing with that dead fella. Transferring his citizen ID for trading, yeah? You distracted me, and Big Steve nabbed it and flew off. Like I said, thanks.
Tell me about this deed.
Simple. I collect IDs and I use the deed to swap them. At least I did, until Big Steve grabbed it.
Who's Big Steve?
You see all these birds all over the place? Big Steve's the purple one, with a beak full of my deet.
Did you see a strange vehicle come through this way?
Strange? You mean like that stinky one there?
No. This one had legs.
Not seen anything like that. Maybe you didn't either, crazy guy.
I'm not crazy.
Sure you're not.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
I told you already, I was dating his ID. Only now, Big Steve has my date and ipso facto, the ID.
So were you digging that guy's U-chip out of his hand?
What? No! Data transfer. I told you. I cloned his ID data onto the deed for later.
What happens later?
Well, you know, maybe someone doesn't want to be found. I do swapsies.
For a price?
Yeah.
What do you trade?
Like I said, sometimes people from outside want stuff from the inside. Sometimes people from inside want stuff from the outside. Second one doesn't happen very often since inside's got, like, everything and free. But it happens.
Suppose a guy from outside wanted to get inside.
Ah, my most popular item. Until Big Steve took my deed, that is.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Anytime. Oh wait, no. Come back if you want to talk business.
For someone with a business interest in dead bodies, she seemed pretty normal. Whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one. Whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one.
Please obtain one at the immigration terminal.
Welcome to the Union City Registration Terminal. Please place your hand below to receive your U-chip implant. U-chip implant successful. You are now registered with Union
A
City.
U-chip had been implanted into the palm of my hand. I wasn't sure how it was going to help me.
Authorized citizen ID required.
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Welcome to Union City. My name is Greta. It is my duty and pleasure to answer any questions you may have about Union City and the local area. How may I help you today?
A child has been kidnapped from my village.
From your village? Was the child a registered citizen of Union City?
No, his name is Milo, and
Polite apology, Minos can only concern itself with registered citizens.
I was hoping you'd be able to help.
And isn't hope a wonderful thing? In the meantime, do you have any other queries?
So is Joey still running things around here?
He was, until just a few years ago.
That doesn't sound good. Hope he didn't screw things up.
Not at all, sir. Joey the Savior was a great leader. Citizen happiness reached unprecedented levels.
Good to hear it. I happen to be an old friend of his.
Oh, we're all friends of Joey, sir. Gone but not forgotten.
This U-chip thing, what does it do?
It allows you to interact with all the Minos devices in the area, as well as storing all your personal information.
Sounds kinda invasive.
We prefer the word transformative, sir.
I'm looking for a vehicle. Has anything come through here?
No.
You haven't seen a weird vehicle with legs instead of wheels?
Polite apology. I cannot discuss the details of other visitors' vehicular movements.
But this vehicle, it kidnapped a child.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Have a nice day.
In Union City, sir, there is no other kind of day.
I called upon my extensive background in engineering.
Hey! It's working! Hey, we fixed it!
Yeah, piece of cake.
Dude, council sure is shining in my direction today. Do you know how many times I've scanned this thing? The last scan must have done the trick. You see, I'm the diagnostician and tech expert around here. Name's Hobsworth. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a vehicle that might have passed this way.
What kind of vehicle? Maybe I can help.
Well, I didn't get a good look, but I know it has 4 giant legs.
Legs? Word to the wise man. Vehicles have wheels.
Not this one. It walked on the sand. And it was, shaped like a dog.
Whoa. That doesn't sound like any vehicle I've ever heard of. And I've got more magazines under my bed than you can even imagine.
Tell me about Joey.
Praise Joey. Not a day goes by where I don't thank him for the happiness and prosperity he brought to Union City.
Joey and I go way back. We must be talking about the same one.
Well, it depends. Our Joey was kind, benevolent, generous, firm, resolute, moral, he's magnanimous, proactive, and a friend to all citizens alike. Does that sound like your Joey?
My Joey was more of a sarcastic pain in the... But he was my best friend. So what's your deal, Hobsworth?
I am a diagnostician for the Ministry of Comfort.
And what exactly does a diagnostician do?
I find problems.
And fix them?
No, I just diagnose them. Minos fixes them.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Oh, before I forget, I really appreciate your patience back there when I was fixing the bridge. Let me thank you properly. Give me your hand.
Okay.
There you go. Your kudos just got a boost.
Thanks, I think.
Keep a smile on your face.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
The machine ejected a garish, beclowned can of soda labeled Spankles.
Note, you are currently at your maximum allotted Spankles allowance. Have a nice day.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Are you...
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
No, I'm not selling any...
A likely story. Name's Wendell. Joe Wendell.
Nice to meet you.
That remains to be seen.
I'm looking for a vehicle.
Well, mate, today's your lucky day. This is a vehicle.
No, I'm looking for a special vehicle.
But Brucey is special. All he needs is his power cell and we'll be on our way.
The vehicle I'm looking for had 4 legs and no wheels.
A vehicle with legs? Think you've got bats in your belfry, mate.
I saw what I saw. It kidnapped a kid from my village.
You're not the first I've heard talking about kids going missing in the Gap. But I've never seen any come through here.
I don't want to alarm you, but there's a strange odor wafting from the back of your truck.
I don't smell out.
Really? Because it's like...
Except the splendid scent of tasty mini Ks, the finest organic knackverse the Gap has to offer.
Don't believe me? Look at those gangs. They love my knackverse. Can't chase them away.
I take it this is your truck?
It's got my name on it, don't it?
Your name is... W?
Well, some of it.
When the power cell is working, what are you hauling then?
Mini Ks. Artisanal, organic, handcrafted protein cylinders. At least that's what it says on the packet.
Sounds expensive.
Doesn't it? Between you and me, they're just knackworth sausages. But these city folk love a tagline.
So, your truck is full of... mini knockwurst?
You betcha. Mini K, best in the Gap. Even contains some real meat. You're welcome to take a handful. Back of the truck's open, although the doors like to play silly beggars.
Oh?
Requires a special technique. Ritual, you could call it.
Ritual?
Aye. Now listen carefully. Step 1, give the bumper a wallop. Step 2, do a little jig. Step 3, pull the door and jerk it hard.
Wallop, jig, pull. That it?
That's it, lad. And remember the order.
Your truck's power cell has drained.
Aye, emptier than a politician's vows. There was a sandstorm put the bridge over yonder out of action. I was told to go park for a few hours. Turned into a few days. Trying to keep the mini Ks cool in this heat emptied the power cell. I wasn't stingy on the aircon, mind, or the margarita blender up in the cab. A working man needs his creature comforts.
Anyway, 13.7 volts drained to nought.
And they still haven't fixed that blooming bridge.
And you've been sat here ever since?
No choice, until they send someone out to juice up Brucey's power cell. Someone competent, I mean.
Have you spoken to Hobsworth?
Didn't I say someone competent? That muffin doesn't know a panhard rod from a Chapman strut.
The doors, they're locked shut.
Not locked, jammed. Oh, and I'm all out of lubricant.
So how can I get in?
Didn't you listen? It's a ritual. First off, give the bumper a good wallop. Then, do a little jig.
A jig?
Aye, a jig. Then pull the door hard.
Pretty technical, huh?
Have to move with the times, pal.
Be seeing you.
Aye.
Gangs clearly weren't scared of me, or my crowbar. evaluate my chances against all of those razor-sharp beaks.
Unlock your piping with Laxi Beach.
Hey, kid.
Hey, weird guy.
My name's not Weird Guy.
I'm Pixel. It's easy to remember because it rhymes with pickle.
So it does. I'm Foster.
I'll remember that easy because your name rhymes with fossil and you're old.
Thanks, kid. Did a vehicle come through here recently?
Maybe. How recently is recently?
Like 2 nights ago?
Oh, then definitely no. But wait, 2 nights ago? My brother, Vauxhall, he saw this giant monster.
What kind of monster?
Like a totally huge, but not real one.
Huge, but not real?
I mean, Vauxhall says it's totally huge, and Ember says it's not real.
Well, which is it?
I don't know what to believe.
I'm looking for a boy about your age named Milo, who may have come through here.
You're asking the right guy. I remember every face that's come through here since I was a little kid.
Yeah? How many's that?
Like, at least 12. How recently are we talking?
Sometime over the past couple of nights.
Oh, didn't know. Haven't seen no kids.
What's this about a giant monster?
Right, so my brother Vauxhall, like 2 nights ago, it was night time, right? And we had been playing this massive game of buzzsaws and dynamos, so I was like, wah! But, where was I?
The giant monster.
Oh yeah, right. So, later that night, he wakes me up screaming about how he saw a giant monster.
And?
That's the end of my story. Don't tell Ember I told you.
Who's Vauxhall?
My brother, remember?
Can I talk to him?
I guess, but he's not as friendly or helpful as me. Real question is, will he talk to you? He's been hiding for like 2 days now. Won't speak to nobody but me.
Can you tell me where to find him? Maybe he'll talk to me.
Nuh-uh. You gotta earn that information. I don't know if I can trust you right now.
What's wrong with the roundabout?
It sucks. Stupid Mr. Hobbsworth put a chain on it. He said it was for safety, then he dropped the chain on his foot.
See you around.
Call it if you need anything. Yes, okay, let's go.
Hey, me again.
How can I help?
What's wrong with Voxel?
Like, why is he hiding?
Yeah.
I told you, man. He thinks he saw a monster.
Will you tell me where your brother is hiding? Maybe we can help each other out with our monster problems.
Maybe. Yeah, okay. You've done me a favor. He's hiding in a bench in the garden. I told him I wouldn't tell no one, but you seem okay.
Bye.
Call it if you need anything.
Citizen, welcome to the abridged audio-visual Union City fact file. The Union City walls were forged in 1994 by a small team of resilient workers. A common misconception is that the team was formed of Australian citizens. This couldn't be further from the truth. The city wall was constructed using British steel imported, along with workers, from Hull in the United Kingdom.
The sign was directing me towards immigration. Hello, Voxel.
Shh. What?
My name is Foster. I've just got a few questions. I'm looking for a missing kid. He came through this way a couple of nights ago. His name is Milo. He's about Pixel's age.
And my age.
Have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen anything. I've been in this fortress where it's safe.
Safe from what?
The monster.
Voxel, about this monster. Truth is, I'm a monster hunter. I've been tracking a monster across the desert for days. I think he came through here, and I'm looking for someone brave enough to see it and live to tell the tale.
I saw it.
Can you describe it?
It was big and beastie, and it eats children, and I could hear the screaming, and it was fast and dark and silent.
Slow down, one thing at a time.
It was big, like a giant dog.
A giant dog? That sounds like what I'm after. Did you see any children?
No, but I heard them. I heard kids crying inside its tummy.
And where did it go?
It sneaked off into the city. After that, I got in here. No way am I gonna let it get me.
You've been in here for 2 days?
Still alive, aren't I?
Any ideas on getting into the city?
People go in and out of the main gate. Are you gonna go in there and kill it?
Sure am. That's what monster hunters do best. Then I'm gonna bring Milo and the other children back out.
You will? Oh, you better take this.
Thanks. What is it?
A firecracker. I was gonna use it to kill the monster, but you can have it.
What do I do with this firecracker?
I don't know. Throw it at the monster. But cover your ears.
See you around.
Hey, you got anything to eat? I'm kinda hungry.
I could keep an eye out.
Mr. Hopsworth sometimes lets me have some of his lunch. He doesn't usually know that, though.
Ah, understood. Voxel's giant dog sounded a lot like the stalker that had taken Milo. Now I was sure that the stalker had entered the city. There had to be a way in through the main gates. I wished they'd warned me about the injection. Right. Hit the bumper. These were not my best moves.
Error. Insufficient permission. Citizen ID required.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious. These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. It looked like the sculpture had seen better days. Unless that was the intention.
Apologies, but you have exceeded your Spankle's allowance.
The 1 can a day limit didn't exactly support a thirst for Spankles.
Make the world shine with nuclear. Gets rid of everything.
Registered Gaplander, you are present at the scene of an active alarm. Please remain calm and await neutralization of any threat. Do you have any information on the cause of the alarm?
I think he said his name was Hobbsworth.
I shall investigate. Please do not approach the subject. He may be armed.
Yeah, I had two, I think.
Union City will take it from here. Thank you, citizen.
I'd learn to think twice before just slapping my hand on something. There was an empty space where the power cell should have been. Come on, big fella. Hey, me again.
Hi again.
So this deed, pretty valuable, huh?
Oh, it's only a fundamental part of my enterprise.
And the ID that's on it?
You bet. That's a citizen's ID.
And that would grant access into the city?
You're a sharp one, ain't ya?
Guess what I just found?
A lot of nerve coming back here.
Nope. This.
What? My deed? I'll have that.
Sure, but how about I give you the deed in exchange for the citizen ID that's on it?
The deed for the ID, but...
You wouldn't have it back if it weren't for me.
It wouldn't have been stolen if it weren't for you.
So we're even.
I suppose that's sort of fair.
Excellent. When do we start?
Have you got a U-chip?
Yes. My hand is still stinging.
Right then, let's get this over with, yeah? Pass me back my deed, Follow me over to my workbench.
A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old, deflated tires. Grabbit's independent traders. I'd bought from sketchier places out in the Gap.
Hey, Ember.
You ready to do this?
I'm not entirely sure what this is.
You want that citizen's ID, right?
Yeah. What do I need to do?
Cool. Just place your hand flat on the U-chip scanner. Over here on my workbench.
How about a delicious mini-K made with mostly real...
I heard that before. Not interested.
Like this?
Yeah, good enough. Let me just line up the laser. Oi, keep your hand still or you'll lose it.
Is this gonna hurt?
No more than getting the chip installed in the first place. Right, just transferring the ID now. You may feel a slight pinch. What was that?
That wasn't supposed to happen?
There it is again. Must be... nothing. It must be nothing. Looks like his name was Graham. A fine, upstanding citizen.
Graham. Got it.
Good luck, Citizen Graham.
At last I had a citizen ID. I hoped that this was going to be my key to getting into the city.
U-chip firmware outdated. Authority for vehicular access denied.
The firmware on my U-chip was out of date. I realized that I'd been sold a dud by Ember.
Hey, Wendell.
Managed to get those doors open all right?
Just about.
Did you, do the jig?
Sure did. You said it was essential.
That's right. Although, here's a funny thing. My wife never does the jig back at the farm. But it always seems to open for her. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Do you need a vehicle to get into the city?
You do, but I don't. I've got Brucey here. What I do need is a new power cell.
And you can't just walk in?
Are you mad? Walk into the city? There's guns guarding them main gates, and they'd make mincemeat out of you, Sonny Jim.
Mind if I take a look at the power cell? I'm pretty handy with this sort of stuff.
Hobbsworth has it. Told me he'd have it charged in a jiffy.
Great. How long ago was that?
About 1 million jiffies ago. My guess is it's either gathering dust or it's being ground to dust.
I'll leave you be.
I'm fine with that.
By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. Graham's ID was finally starting to get me places. The console seemed specialized. This had to be one of the scanners that Ember had talked about. I decided to borrow the scanner, indefinitely. The power cell was completely wrecked. Pixel reminded me of a kid I knew growing up. Hey, me again.
Wanna push me on the swings?
Maybe later. You sure you haven't seen any children come through here?
Nope. Definitely would have remembered.
What about anything suspicious?
Suspicious? Yeah, there was this one guy. Tall, wearing a big coat and carrying a purse.
I see. Nice one.
And his name was Fossil!
I got the joke, kid. See you around.
Call it if you need anything.
Hey, Ember.
Hi again.
Guess what I've got?
Go on, surprise me.
A Minos scanner. Can you hack it into a hacker for me?
Maybe. Let's see what else you've got in that bag that might be worth my time, trouble, and effort.
I don't know if you can use this, but how about this finger?
Okay, creepy. Let me take a look. Whoa. Okay, this is some serious kit. The micro actuators alone are worth a bundle.
So it's a deal then. You'll hack this scanner, and the finger is yours.
You betcha. Pleasure doing business with you. Meet me at my workbench when you're ready.
Ember had used the workbench to transfer Graham's ID to my U-chip.
All right, one Ember grade Minos hacker.
Thanks. So how do I use this thing?
You activate scan mode, obviously.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, well, that's the easy part. Now follow me. This is how I find hidden systems. They're all over the place. There you go. One just popped right. So this here is a diagnostic view of Minos.
Looks like it runs the vending machine.
No kidding. See those task nodes? The darker ones?
Yeah?
Well, unlike Hobbsy's little vanilla scanner, my hacker can swap them round. So let's see how smart you are. Want to give me an infinite supply of spankles? You did it! You're smarter than you look. Okay, apply the hack and you'll be good to go. All right, mate. Figure the rest out yourself. Oh, and try not to do anything too stupid, eh?
Error. UChip firmware outdated. Authority for vehicular access denied. Warning. This entrance is strictly vehicle only. All
Those guns look like they meant business. Excuse me?
Citizen Graham, you are not authorized for this area.
I just wanted to ask some questions.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm a 4YR droid. And 4YR droids are programmed to ask questions, not answer them.
Have you seen a boy called Milo?
Gaplander or citizen?
Gaplander.
All Gaplanders look the same to me.
He's quite young and about this tall?
Repeat, all Gaplanders look the same to me.
What's beyond that door?
A corridor.
And after that?
The city.
Okay. And how do I get in?
You don't.
Why not?
Because you are a pedestrian, and doors do not open for pedestrians.
But they open for vehicles?
Yes, because it is a vehicle entrance.
How can I get through those doors?
They only open for registered transit vehicles.
Those guns sure look dangerous.
Ah, they're totally safe. Long as you follow Union City protocol.
And if you don't?
Death by disintegration.
Ouch. You're not like that other droid across the bridge.
You mean 2CU? That little jumped up tin pot voice box. That's all she is.
And you're a better model?
Better, older, tougher, more reliable. Underneath this steel skin lies the beating heart of a 13.7 volt power cell.
Wow.
Old tech, you see. Tested. Solid. Whereas that flying volleyball over there runs on solar. Sun goes down, she's useless. But me, I can go all night long.
You mentioned a power cell?
Correct. I I run off a 13.7 volt power cell.
Really? Would it fit in a truck?
It would fit in older models.
Like that truck over there?
Might do. Looks old enough.
2CU looks a little newer than you.
That's right. Supposed to be more socially orientated. I'd like to see her try and fix a bent shaft.
Mind if I borrow your power cell?
But I would power down. Cease to exist.
That's taking a pretty pessimistic view.
Wouldn't you in my position?
Think of it as a well-earned retirement.
Sounds more like death.
Thanks.
Bye.
Piles of metal cans were crushed into one compact cube of aluminium.
Warning. Extreme measures will be taken against non-compliant pedestrians. Alert. Pedestrians now have only 10 seconds to comply. Lethal force authorized.
The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. The conveyor appeared to be part of a waste recycling system. Industrial fumes pumped out of the spinning exhaust fan. The large chute appeared to be part of a recycling process.
Unacceptable cargo detected. 4Y Armament has been alerted to solve the problem.
Outdated scrap pile! I am the unacceptable cargo! Let me down! You're risking the future of all the little cans!
charged power cell. Lights flickered on. Wendell's truck had power, and with it, I had my ticket into the city. With the power cell replaced, the truck was good to go. Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
Food delivery for Mr. Voxel.
Oh, yes. One of Hobsworth's city singers. Do you want my crusts?
You eat them. Warriors need their strength. Bye. How's it going, Wendell?
Can't complain. Not like anybody'd listen if I did.
That's the spirit.
What's on your mind?
I fitted your truck with a charged power cell.
You did? Then we're cooking on gas.
Hey, any chance of a lift into the city?
Typical. No one ever does anything from the goodness of their heart these days.
I just figured that...
Oh, all right. Up in the back. You earned it.
You sure it's safe back here?
100%, lad.
I'll take your word for it.
Just watch out for me knackbursts. I've lost enough business already. As far as I can take you, I'm afraid. You can catch a monopod into the city from over there.
And where are you going?
Straight to cargo. Gotta get these babies.
Quarantined?
Distributed.
Thanks for the ride, Wendell. Maybe see you again.
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Outdated U-chip firmware detected. Firmware must be updated to use Union City facilities.
I was about to return to give Ember a piece of my mind when...
Transporting you to the nearest safety services.
The stalkers had come into the city, but looking around, that didn't make any sense. This place was a paradise compared to the Union City I'd left all those years ago. Joey had certainly turned the place around. I had to find the stalkers, and whoever he was, Graham was my only lead. I just had to sort out my U-chip problems first.